Can you just address your depth of this team and how much of a power that is for you guys? You got, I think, 8 different goal scorers, and it's different guys tonight than the other night. And
yeah, I mean, it's all year it's been that way. We've relied on a lot of people, and like everybody, dealt with some injuries. Guys have had to step up, but now we're back a little bit, and we're able to get a balance on the lines, a balance on the back end, and I do think that it's helpful and through the course of a regular season, certainly through a playoffs where, the bump and grind comes into it and the longevity of it, you hope, comes into it. It's good to have that depth.
What, Peter?
Spencer Carberry was just in here and talked about Ovechkin, how you guys have been able to block shots and do things to kind of contain him and how he's struggling a little bit. Just what have you seen about the way you guys have defended him that's been successful?
He's a player that can make a difference in the game. We're I guess, mindful of that and do our best to check him.
Peter, I would imagine that this was the type of game you expected from Washington. What did you think about the way your guys handled it for the balance of the game and winning a game like this? What can that do for your team, especially winning one early in a series, early in a playoffs like this?
I mean, I said that this morning. Somebody asked me what I expected, and I said I expected that tonight, and the way it played out, physical and some attitude and directness inside of the game. I thought our guys responded pretty well. It was a hard-fought game. I thought it was a hard-fought game. I think that's good, and again, inside of a series and inside of what you hope is an opportunity to move on, you want to make sure that you're building the right type of game and getting involved in that type of a setting. I thought it was a hard-fought game.
Peter, you spoke the other day about the all-around impact of Vincent Trocheck, and Meek has been really active these first couple games. When you have two centers at the top of your lineup being driving forces like that, I mean, what does that mean to the group? How much does that kind of drive the group?
Yeah, they've been. I think they've been there all year. We talked about Troch, and Mika had a heck of a game tonight. He was noticeable a lot, especially teams 5-on-5. I thought he did a terrific job, but I think having the depth at center has been really helpful. Even the addition of Wenberg and slotting him in has been helpful too. So I think it's real important.
How big was the Laviolette goal and then the shorthanded goal, just for momentum?
Yeah, it was huge. And it was right at the end of the power play, the Laviolette goal. There wasn't much time left. Great play, walking down the middle. I think it was Gus, and dished it over. Laviolette got it on a hard angle and really put it in the only place that it could go. And then to come back and get that on top of it was big.
Go to Johnny.
Peter, Trocheck was in here before, and we were talking about how, when we talk about his line, we're usually talking about how well they create offense, which they did tonight, but Artemi and Alexei also stepped up a lot physically. Can you talk about just seeing two guys with that much skill playing as physically as they did tonight?
Everybody's hitting. I mean, all you got to do is turn on the playoff hockey game. Everybody's banging bodies. That's just the nature of the business for this time of the year, and that was a physical game. It was good.
Bruce?
Peter, you hold serve at home. Now you go on the road. Are you looking for something different, something the same as you go into their building?
Yeah, we'll look at things, and a couple days here, our guys will take a break, but we'll catch them in another day and get back to work and see what we can do to be better.
Last one, Johnny.
Just again this morning, Spencer Carberry actually had a ton of praise for Keandre Miller and brought his name up specifically, talking about how to beat him in the offensive zone for Washington. What have you seen from him as of late physically? Because it feels like he's also been one of those guys. I know you just said everyone's hitting, but Keandre seems like someone who stepped up lately as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's the type of player that can bring everything. He can bring the physicality. He can bring the good defense. He can jump into a hole and find the right offense as well at the right time. He's got size, he's athletic, he can skate, he can make a good first pass. There's a lot of things that he can bring to the table. And again, I just think it fits in on the balance of our back end. And you had mentioned the depth, and that's a good thing this time of year, but he certainly played a heck of a game for us tonight. Thank you.
Hi everyone. So we just try to play our game game by game. So right now it doesn't matter what numbers right now. 2-0 or 3-0. We just need to play next game right way.
Things were so much tighter at the end, on both sides of the zone. Did you see anything different in front of you that kind of led to the more scoring in this one?
I just try to see the puck and track every time. Today it wasn't be good.
What did you think of just the defensive effort in front of you, especially in the final 2 minutes of that game?
They was awesome. I appreciate what they did tonight. So a lot of huge block shots. Lindy a couple times tried to eat the puck. I don't know how he does it.
Vincent Trocheck had a goal tonight, an assist. He drew a penalty as well. Just it seems like in the postseason he takes his game to another level. What do you make of that when you watch that as his teammate?
He always was on other level. So he really good teammate. We're so happy to have him in our team. So I hope he will play in the same game maybe.
You take a 2-0 lead to Washington now. What do you make of that? Taking that, does the confidence and what that gives you going into an opposing building?
Just a little rest tonight and be ready for tomorrow practice and go to the Washington for next game.
Desperation. I assume that you were expecting that. How do you think that you responded to it?
Good. I mean, we were expecting them to obviously come out hard. They did. Got that first goal. I thought even throughout that first period, we responded pretty well. Came back in here and felt decent about our game. Had some good looks. Just wanted to keep kind of building, but I thought we did a good job weathering the storm kind of at the start and putting our pieces together and playing more of the style of the game that we want to play and getting on pucks and forechecking and doing the things that make us successful.
You know, if you want to make a run, you're going to have to win a lot of games like this.
16.
Playoffs. Yeah, like this. To do it in game 2 of the first round, is there significance to that, to know that? I mean, not that you didn't know that you could, but just to prove it?
I mean, I think we've been proving it to ourselves all year for the most part. We've played in ugly games. We've come back in third periods. We've found ways to win games that we'll come in here and not be overly excited after a win when we know we didn't play our best hockey. But none of that matters right now. I think the only thing that matters is filling that thing up with pucks and getting wins. You turn the page and move on to the next game. And there's a little bit you take from it if you can win an ugly, dirty game. But I think we've already built that belief and that confidence in this group throughout the regular season.
What was your mindset on the 6-on-5 there, and just how did you assess how you did?
A little bit of hot potato. I mean, I feel like it was just kind of being rimmed back and around a couple times. Not a whole lot of clean sets. Just kind of puck squirting around and going places. We had a couple opportunities to clear it, didn't, but hung in there and battled. Igor made some saves for us. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's how you got to shut a game down. It's a little dirty, not the way you draw it up, but it's 2 points. It's not 2 points.
Sorry, you and Lindgren out there. Is there kind of a penalty kill mentality when you're there?
A little bit. Obviously, you're down a guy. I don't think it's not the same rules as a penalty kill. Obviously, it's a different structure, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot of just battles in front of the net, pressuring pucks when you can. There's not a ton of opportunities, but you don't want them to kind of get eyes up and set and kind of get in their spots that they want to be in. So I thought we did a decent job of that, but didn't do a decent job of getting the puck out when we had our opportunities. But yeah, it's just kind of constant pressure when you get the opportunity and try not to give them clean looks.